At first, there was Spider-Gwen, and now Gwenpool. What's next, Gwen and Venom? Venom, am I right? Oh, I see. I'm going to shut up now. What's up guys, Cyber's back, and I'm here to tell you should read or pass the unbelievable Gwenpool. Gwenpool is an American comic book published by Marvel Comics in 2016, created by Chris Bachalo, and most of the time illustrated by Guri Iru. In this comic book you follow Gwendolyn Poole, not Gwen Stacy as some may think. Anyway, Gwen was a huge Marvel fan in the real world that managed to get teleported in the Marvel Universe. She learned quickly that if you want to be more than an extra in this universe, you must become a superhero, or an anti-hero in her case. She doesn't have any superpower or fighting skill, but since she came from our world and read Marvel Comics, she knows almost every superhero secret and entity, which is something that can be useful later on. At first she was only a solo anti-hero, but after being forced to join MODOK's mercenary organization, she gained new allies. And her allies are Cecile, a young hacker that she recruited during one of her first missions, Baltrog the Leaper, who's a B-list Captain America villain, Megatoni, a quite sympathetic chemist, and Terrible Eye, a word magician woman. Gwen increasingly grows better at fighting crime and she meets a lot of heroes along the way, like Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. A lot can happen in this comic, so I will stop here for the story to make sure to not spoil anything, but it gets much more deep the more it goes on. The concept looks cliché as hell, due to the fact that a normal person teleported to another world is an overused concept in anime and movie. But in this comic she goes to the Marvel Universe, which has never been seen before and is a fresh take on a somewhat unoriginal concept. The comic is set in the Marvel Universe, so the lore goes on, and that is a good thing for sure. So if you like the Marvel Universe, you will be pleased with the setting. The execution is amazing. A lot of stories just ignore the fact that their character come from another world and quickly became a generic sci-fi or fantasy. But not this one. This comic goes above and beyond what you would expect, with well done character arc and storytelling. This comic is story driven and really well paced. Even if the pacing is a bit fast, it's not too fast to make you think it's rushed. It's a fun roller coaster of an adventure. This comic book is simply amazing. At first I thought it was going to be a weird and lame amalgam of Gwen Stacy and Deadpool, but for me, Gwenpool has surpassed Deadpool. It's not as funny, that's for sure. But the overall storyline going on is as good as my favorite animes and movies. I love how Gwen realistically grows as a character, and how the story gets more and more complex the more it goes on, while staying fun and joyful. I can't really say more without spoiling anything, but it's really good. Gwenpool is a really cool main character. She goes through a lot of development during her story and change both in fighting ability and psychologically. She's also a really relatable character for most comic book fans, her being such a big comic book nerd that finally lived the dream of every Marvel fans. Oh, and she's pretty funny and a lot of fun to follow. Now for the other character, Cecile and the gang. I'll be honest, they are pretty boring on their own, but Gwen gives them a new dimension. Baltrog is a trash villain, but as Gwen teammate, he's actually pretty cool and funny. Same goes for Cecile, he is just a cliché hacker of the team. But having to put up with Gwen's stupid plans made him kinda interesting to follow. The side characters don't get a lot of time to shine, but they're pretty good support to an already amazing main character. And since she's in the Marvel Universe, she gets to do crossover with some of the coolest characters of the comic book world, like Deadpool, Blade, Spider-Man, and the list goes on, which add to the fun. For the visual, I will only talk about the main art style that is used for this comic, and this art is really good in my opinion. They decide to go with a more manga style character design with this comic, and I absolutely love how the characters look. The artist also made a pretty good job with the organization of the panel, which make the comic more enjoyable to read. Finally, reader pass. For me, I mean, you should probably have realized by the end of this video that I absolutely love this comic. It's a must read. I could go on and on about this comic book, but I think you should probably go read it yourself to make your own opinion. It's only like 20 chapters long as of now, which are all 20 pages each, so you won't have any problem catching up. So yeah, that was my opinion on Gwenpool. Don't forget to leave yours in the comment section below and to subscribe for more video.